Welcome in, welcome in, welcome back. So I was watching this, right? And I read the title and I'm just like, do this say Kevin Gates? So I was watching this Catfished. She thinks she's in a relationship with Kevin Gates. Her name is Jay. Her name is Jerlisa. Jerlisa. Either way, she said we can call her Jay. So we're going to call her Jay. So we meet Jay, right? The victim. Is this the victim? So we meet Jerlisa. And she's basically introducing herself. And she's talking about how she loves to meditate. She loves grounding. She likes to be deep in herself, or she likes to be deep with herself.
Being one with nature, that likes wisdom and thinking for yourself.
And it's just almost like, if all of that were really true, why are we here about to expose our whole life? Give the internet all our information and let them be all in our business if that was the case. But okay. So she's talking, and we learned that she broke up with her boyfriend because she said he was not, basically he wasn't stepping up. She felt like she deserved better. He wasn't really stepping up and being the man that she deserved. And I feel like this is a round of applause for Miss Jerlisa. Round of applause for Miss J, because so many women slash men slash whatever you identify as will not leave situations that are not serving them. And no, we leave situations, okay? Without no warning. Without no warning or explanation, we will leave. At least I will. Maybe you could tell the people why, but bitch, I'm gone. Boo or her ex put her onto Kevin Gates. And me personally, once that motherfucker leave, all his wants and all that shit got to go too. Bye, bitch. I don't give a fuck what he used to listen to. We not listening to that no more. What's the opposite of Kevin Gates? That's what we're gonna listen to. We're gonna listen to classical. Or what's that black conductor name? That's what we're gonna listen to. I don't want to hear that shit. But I don't know. So she loved Kevin Gates because her ex put her on Kevin Gates, and it's just like, all right, girl, whatever. So after she break up with her boo, she fresh on the market, child. She signed up for a Kevin Gates. I'm literally playing with my hair so much, but I don't want it to hit the mic. But right, so she freshly single. She signs up for the Kevin Gates meet and greet, and then Kevin Gates ends up messaging her. And she said at first she was weary, right? At first she was like,
First message looked like, thank you, my number one fan. Without fans like you, I'm nothing. The first thing that was going through my mind was, yeah, right. This is not real. This is definitely a scam.
valid. Any person with a single cell in their head would have this reaction, right? So she don't believe him. She's weary, and actually she ends up like snapping on them, like, you shouldn't be doing this. And then the person was like, oh, it's me for real. I'm finna call you. Tell me some now it's me. And she say the the profile FaceTime her. So he FaceTime her, and she says it's actually Kevin Gates on the other end, and he's in the car driving or whatever, but he's laughing. To me, what the fuck is funny, bitch? What you got the giggles for? What is funny? So of course she say the video call only lasted for a few seconds, bitch, not a few minutes. He couldn't even give you a few minutes, but if he had a few seconds. So the video call only lasts a few seconds, of course. And she was like, after that, they start talking. After that, they start talking. Like, they go together now. Now, of course, she says that this is the only FaceTime that they ever had. This is the only FaceTime they ever had. And this, it couldn't even say your name. No, what's the song? Say my name. Say my name. What are you giggling about? What is funny? This is not the time. No. So, oh, and I didn't say this. Like, the way she talks, I probably should talk like this too. Like, I talk really fast, but it's not because I'm in a rush. It's just because, like, the way everything is in my head. Like, I don't know. but she has a very slow cadence.
His personality, I think he's very, very funny. Things that we usually talk about was didn't see him for his money and things like that. I would be the type of person that won't even be in the spotlight. Tells me how much he cares about me. He did propose to me at one time.
But then she's saying that Kevin Gates being famous or having money or status or whatever is not the reason that she loves or likes him, or they are both Aquariuses, and he's funny, caring, and sensitive. And this whole sentence was a fucking red flag. Okay, number one, you can't be dating your zodiac sign. I'm a Libra. I can't date another Libra. Two Libras cannot be in a happy. Maybe they can. Don't take no advice from me. But I would have to think she's a. And again, if you go watch this, you gonna hear how she talking. She's an air sign. Girl, you need an earth sign. She need. Sis needs some grounding. She don't need another air sign. And Aquaman, okay, y'all not here for that. But to be an air sign and then to be bonding over the fact that your partner is an air sign as well, girl, I'm an air sign and I already know. Bitch, I'm a straight up airhead. Straight up airhead. I know it. Most air signs I meet are be trying to be deep and mystical and all that shit. Not an airhead. Straight up airhead. But then another red flag, she said they're both spiritual. Sis, I really need y'all to stop saying this. I would appreciate this because news flash, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. Literally, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. This is not exclusive to those who meditate and eat raw vegan stuff and don't eat the animals and who wear turbans and all the fucking beads and shit. This is not exclusive to a certain aesthetic or a certain. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. Let's say it again. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. I think later on she said something about he be rocking the feathers, so I got feathers too. That's not now. Some of us are a little more tapped into the spiritual realm than others, but that does not change the fact that we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. Okay, now that we have that clear. And then he's funny, caring, and sensitive.
Oh, wow.
Them the main ones you got to look out for, okay? The funny, caring, and sensitive, baby, love, bomb you to death. And that sensitive stuff, it just be because they mama's boy, so they know how to get up in there and get up in your head.
You're acting as if I'm entering every scenario with the full me, and we all, every time someone meets someone, you're meeting their representative. I know how to turn on the perfect man, and so therefore I may have manipulated a situation, and therefore so it's to not discredit to anyone else. But I've come into every situation. I can be God-fearing, celibate, the one that you want. I can tell you everything that you want in a man and show you that. I can open the doors, lay down the cloak, send the jet, do it all to be like, oh my goodness, no, I've never. And then toxic Nick shows up, and you're like, this motherfucker got me. He done gave me the draws, and I ain't heard from him in 3 weeks.
It's like, okay, so yes, she's not with him, or she's not excited about dating Kevin Gates because it's Kevin Gates, because he has status, because he has wealth, and because he's famous. No, she's just excited about she's excited because he's a air sign or Aquarius. Okay, Jay. Okay, Miss J. So then she says that he told her he wanted to spend his life with her. And he even proposed. But again, they only ever had that one FaceTime where he was giggling and didn't even say her name. But he proposed to her. But she keeps trying to spend time with him. She keeps trying to see him. She want him to pull up. And he keep making excuses about he's too busy. but he proposed over the phone. I don't know, through chat. That part was never, I don't even think they ever discussed like how they was communicating, but I think it was through text/chat. So he proposed through chat. So then she say, now this part right here, y'all. So then she says that in her head, like to her, the way that this was to her was that whenever he would say, "Oh, I'm on tour right now," it would actually be when Kevin Gates was on tour. So for that reason, she took that as confirmation that this was the real KG.
Bless her heart. She was kind of retarded, but not retarded, but she was a good girl. Anyway.
I'm sorry, let me say the Kevin Gates profile, because I'm just reporting what sis said. So she said, because, yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said, that what she said is that because when he would say that when the Kevin Gates profile would say, "Oh, I'm on tour right now," it lined up to the real Kevin Gates tour dates. So for her, that meant this is actually Kevin Gates. Like, this must be KG. So as time going on, as their relationship is progressing, she is saying that she's seeing articles and social media posts. She's seeing a lot of stuff with him with other women, and it was making her jealous. So she is seeing all this also why only ever having one FaceTime call with him, and also with him never like spending time with her, coming to see her, all the things. But then also, I'm seeing you all on social media with all these other women. So he was telling her, that's nothing. This is all work related. He was shooting a video, like, so he's telling her, no, it's nothing going on, and there's never anything going on. It's always just all in your head, right? So she'd say she asked him if he was married because it's all in the media. It's on Google. It's on Wikipedia. But it's literally everywhere that he's married. So she asked him, and what he told her was that no, he's not married. That's just my BM. That's just my baby daddy. That's just my baby daddy. He told her, no, that's just my BM. And then said it was a publicity stunt. I gotta say that word real slow. I feel like at this point, yeah, you just be falling for anything because
Asked him about being married when we first started talking. He's like, "Oh no, she's just my baby's mother." But then in the New Year's, they were together. He was with her at a New Year's party, and it was caught.
the fact that Google and Wikipedia, I'm talking about newspaper articles. There's whole newspaper covers, I think. I don't know. I'll research that after this. But all of this is saying that he's married. And he tell you no, it's a publicity stunt, and you still going? Ain't nothing deep about that. That's your typical everyday hood drama right there. There's nothing deep and soul grabbing about that. That is your literal, all the stuff she's been saying. Pick up any hood book. Pick up one of them ghetto dramas. This is how it reads. Okay? All right, little Miss Deep, little Miss Wisdom. Listen to this voice note because I'm just.
Recently, he sent me a voiceover, and it kind of sounds like him, but I'm not completely sure. It does sound like him.
Not know. I don't have time for that right now. I'm already going through a lot, and he was still on tour.
I'm not even familiar with Kevin Gates for like. I think he probably got like one or two songs I've ever really listened to. Um, and I just know this is not his voice. I know this is not his voice, right? So okay. Now here come the money part. So first of all, ladies, whenever a man says this to you, just know it's gonna be a finesse. But
talking, he had said, you know, I really hate to come to you about this, but you know, nobody knows about this issue. This is something I'm trusting between us two, but I'm in deep trouble. Like, I'm going to go to jail.
So 3 months into the relationship, is that what this is? I guess it's a relationship. So 3 months into the relationship with the Kevin Gates profile, he having financial issues. So he come to her and he says that his friend, okay, yeah. So he trusted his friend with his bank account, and his friend did something shady and got his account frozen. You, girl, boy, that doesn't even make sense. You are. Oh, how much is the man worth? Because I'm not finna keep speculating. How much is Kevin Gates worth? Kevin Gates' net worth.
A few moments later.
Not Kevin Costner, child. Kevin Gates. That man only got $1 million. An American rapper, singer, and entrepreneur. Is it entrepreneur or entrepreneur? Entrepreneur. He enjoys big facts. A net worth of 1 million, which is growing. This is wealthypeeps.com. I know they lying. I keep wanting to say he a millionaire, but you kind of low key just be assuming that because somebody is famous. Yeah, so on Reddit it say these websites have been saying he have a net worth of 1 million since he became famous. Whole time, because when I touch a bag, y'all ain't gonna nothing about it. It's just gonna be the ghetto goddess is a content creator that's worth 1 million. Matter of fact, just say 200. Just cap me off at that. Don't let nobody know nothing. That's big facts. Don't tell no right. Don't tell nobody my business. Don't worry about it, bitch. I'm worth a book of food stamps and a Suburban. So back to what I was saying. Oh, okay. So the fact that he's a wealthy person. Like, I think it says something about he got a farm. He's wealthy. He's an entrepreneur, a famous rapper. How like that type of money is different than your regular checking account. Like, your friend doesn't just have access to your trust and your account and whatnot. So that don't make sense, Miss Wisdom. But apparently his friend did some shady stuff and got his account frozen. So now the Kevin Gates profile has to come up with $10,000 or he's going to jail. So then here go Jaleesa. Then here go Miss J, Miss Wisdom. She talking about she's a caring person. She cares for people. Like, girl, why? What is that called? Because that's a double whatever. If you're a caring person, clearly you care for people. You don't have to say you're a caring person that cares for people. I'm sorry, it's literally 2 a.m. and I need a snack. But to this, she say she ain't got it. I ain't got it, Big Papa. The whole fee is $100,000. He gotta pay $10,000 or something. I don't even know. That part just this irritated me. They agree upon $100. This is like the oldest tactic in the book. This is the oldest. Anybody that sells mentorships or courses, they all do this. They be like, "This is $5,000 worth of information, but I'll sell it to you for 15." Like, girl, how don't you know this? This man lying. Him and lying to you. But even still, $100,000, sis, and you gonna give him $100? Like, what? I guess he had her on a payment plan or something, because that part didn't make sense either. This one, Jay says that things began. The relationship really started draining her because he was needing money every day. My thinking, why do you need money every day? But he was telling her that he was saving the money or putting it to the side for this account for the court costs or the court case or whatever. And my thing, it like every day, boy, if you don't go make a GoFundMe, go make a GoFundMe. You have the pool. Like, I don't know. I guess it was a secret from his fans or something. Which, if the time that we live in, if this was going on, it would have been straight on TMZ, the Shade Room. It was the same way you see that he married and he all these women is in his face. You would see that he was going through this court case, or you would see something about it. So why on earth would Kevin Gates need money from you every single day? Even though he got a milli, but okay. Really draining her because eventually he was getting demanding. He was getting demanding to the point where he was telling her to send her check stubs. He was telling her to send her check stubs to the point where she sent them. Not only did she send the check stubs, she was volunteering information. Like if she got a raise or like I guess if she had overtime, she telling him he don't. When I tell you, I would have blocked his ass so quick. So she's sending this man the Kevin Gates profile because at this point I can't keep just saying because it don't even make no sense. But she's sending the Kevin Gates profile money daily. He getting demanding to the point where you're sending your check stubs, beloved. Like, come on, use all that wisdom and deep soul searching you was doing. That don't even make sense. On top of that, what the fuck he need your check stubs for? What would Kevin Gates need your check stubs for? What would he need it for? But it was getting to the point where she was sending half her check. She sending half her check. She was sending half her check. She clearly overexerting herself financially to the point where she was having to ask her landlord if she could push the rent back. Now, what's the man name? Maslow's hierarchy of needs or whatever. Shelter is on this. Shelter is on this. Like the things you need to feel safe and live a happy, healthy, prosperous life is on this list. Kevin Gates is not on this list, okay? Dating a rapper is not on this list. Being verbally abused by the Shadow Man is not on this list, but your shelter is on this list. So to ask your landlord, can you push if the landlord would have been like for why? Oh, I gotta send Kevin Gates. Ain't no way she was telling nobody else about this because they would have dinged her right on top of her head, like, girl. So then she say, like, I guess speaking to how it was draining her that he got emotionally abusive if she couldn't send the money. And this shit, I don't know, maybe she meant verbally abusive. Well, I guess it is emotionally abusive, even though it's like through chat or text or whatever. Because I'm pretty sure they were not talking. They couldn't have been talking like that because, girl, you would have. He.
So why do you? This is exasperating.
Exasperating.
Anyway, so because she wasn't really able to afford to send him money like that, he sent her the check. I'm telling y'all, I don't know how old this woman is, but these tricks, the oldest tricks in the book. He sent her a check and tell her to deposit it. I'm pretty sure you can guess what happened next. He tell her to get the money and send it to his secretary. But very fucking clearly, very abundantly clear, her account was frozen. And now she says she can't bank with Wells Fargo. And for that reason, she was a hot 360. Okay. She say this ticked her off and she didn't talk to him for a few days. So of course he blames it on his staff. And he tell her he gonna pay the money back once he get his account back in good standing. He got this girl cracking cards. Writing back. Child. Now, all that we heard, she said that she didn't send this man like $5,000 to $6,000. Of course, for that reason, she wrote in to Scamfish, and she was basically saying like she's embarrassed, but she loves him. She's tired because it's been draining her for a year. My thing is, little Miss Spiritual Princess, do what I be talking about. Like, spirituality is really, and I don't, yeah, spirituality. So spirituality is really just a trend and an aesthetic for y'all because ain't no way in hell. First of all, Kevin Gates. What the fuck is spiritual about Kevin Gates?
You did not start no car battery with your bare hands.
If I didn't, may God murder my children. I hate that I even spoke about this. If I didn't, may God murder my children.
Don't say that.
Please, kill them today. Right now, today. And to be honest with you, I just put my hands over the battery and prayed, Lord, please let this woman battery start.
And I don't know him, so maybe y'all that are more familiar, I'm not like I know of him because social media just forced everything in your face. But I'm not really familiar with him as a person. But most of the things that I see is like him talking just super vulgar and crazy. And like this man has not poured into you, ain't done nothing for you, ain't even seen you, ain't even FaceTimed you, ain't pulled up or nothing. Ain't, yes, ain't. AIN apostrophe T, ain't. He hasn't done like anything other than giving you words, telling you he want to spend the rest of his life with you, telling you, well, I guess he proposed, but telling you he gonna give you the money when da 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 da, just selling you a freaking dream, and you have to write into a public platform so that they can investigate this for you and tell you that this is not, that this is or is not Kevin Gates. When all you got to do, I'm not even gonna talk about the common sense mental aspect of this, because even if it wasn't Kevin Gates and it was somebody else, why, if they found out that this is him, why would you want to be with this person? Why would you want to be with this person? Please. Okay, why would you want to be with somebody like that? But then even also, like, girl, all you had to do was meditate one time. And I'm pretty sure the saints, God, Allah, Jesus, whoever y'all talk to, would have been like, girl, the ancestors, everybody.
Jesus Christ! Chest plate of righteousness! Jesus Christ! I love you, God!
Your higher self. Hell, all you had to do was look in the mirror and reflect. And the little goddess in the mirror would have been like, now sis, what are we doing? So the team, they go in for her, she sends them the information and they do they digging and they sleuthing and they do what they do best. So now I really, really like Drew. I don't know if I said this or not. So Drew and what's her name? Brienne. So Drew and Brienne sit down with Little Miss Wisdom, Miss J. And I really like Drew because as like when he presents the information to the victim or the person who calls in, he does it very tactfully. He's very mindful that this is a vulnerable situation, but he relays the information, like he gives it to them very straight, very, very straight. But he does it with poise and tact. Whereas Brienne, I don't know what it is about Brienne. She's just so sweet. Um, I don't want to say she sugarcoats because she really doesn't. Like she tells people, like she just tells them what it is. But I don't know. I feel like it's kind of, it might not be sugar coated. Maybe it's sativa coated. Maybe it's monk fruit coated. But anywho, so Drew asked Jaleesa, like, what made you think this was really KG? And she repeat the same shit. She say that because he would speak the spiritual stuff, but then he would also go missing when Kevin Gates was on tour. And we already talked about that, like, girl. So then she also says that she has a big heart, and when she's in a relationship, she's very into it or whatever. Y'all know how it is with most women. They get in a relationship, they get lost in the relationship, and they get lost in that person. So now Brienne tells her that the cute little poems and quotes that the KG profile was sending her every day were actually from what's this like Pinterest. Pinterest. Meaning KG didn't write them. So child Jaleesa say
He never clarified whether or not he wrote them or whatever. It was just sent.
So you're in denial. Okay, so he didn't clarify that he wrote them. Then, Drew reads one of the quotes and he's like, girl, like he literally just would wake up every morning and Google stuff and send it to you. And then that's when Jay is like, well, I guess sometimes I don't show my emotions because she likes to reflect, but she feels jaded. She reflect on what? Girl, you tell me this like there's nothing to reflect on. Like this whole situation, yes, she definitely needs to reflect because what the fuck? But in the moment, if you tell me my man, my boo, who ain't done nothing for me, couldn't even, the poem he sent me was from Pinterest, I'm spazzing because you can't even, it's bad enough you can't pull up, you can't come see me, but bitch, you can't even write a poem, you can't even say a nice thing about me. Like you have to go and Google what I'm gonna say to this, what I'm gonna say to her today. So like I said, all that he's sweet, nice and funny and spiritual and all that, it very clearly could be a facade. So eventually the Scamfish team, I don't know why that sounds so funny, but they basically sent out a link to the Kevin Gates profile, and so that they can click on it, and it's an IP address locator thingamabob. And they found out he's in Pennsylvania. From there, I don't know how old she is. That part was never said. But Brienne is telling her, like, girl, you sending your check stub is not, we don't do that, Miss Betty Boop. Because people could use that to commit fraud. Like literally, it has sensitive information on it. Don't do that. So now at this point, they're asking him like, so you do know Kevin Gates has a official page, like he has a blue check next to his name. And Jaleesa is saying that she wasn't talking to him on his official Kevin Gates page, even though she is fully flipping aware that he has one.
When you were signing up for the meet and greet with him, was it through his official account?
It wasn't an official account. He said it was like a private. This is how he had contacted his fans. Like he was using a separate account to talk to his fans because his managers controlled his verified account, like his main account.
But my thing is, if we go together, you propose to me, I'm sending you money, I'm not a fan no more. So talk to me on the official page. I'm just let me chill out. So of course they break it to her that this is not Kevin Gates. And that, like, I guess I can only assume that they do all of this so that the person can fully understand, like, this is not who you've been talking to. But I just feel like once they lay the information out and once they tell us like all about what they've been going through, there is no need for an investigation. But I'm assuming that the team does that because these people probably are in denial. Very clearly in denial. So so Jaleesa, she get to talking about how hold on, because I took notes on this part. This part blew me. She started rambling about how logical she is, how high her GPA was, and she's not dumb, but the comments be so mean, calling people dumb, and this could happen to anybody.
It can happen to anybody. You know, I'm not dumb at all. I'm very intelligent. Like I had a very high GPA and everything. Like I'm very intelligent. It degrees, everything. And it happened to me, and I'm a logical person, but all that cuts off when you like in love with somebody, and it had nothing to do with the celebrity. It was the person that I thought I was talking to.
Someone needs a breath mint. Let's start with me, not me. Okay, pass it down. We don't have to go no further. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Babe, don't put that off on me. Okay, so the first part, the having a high G. What the fuck was having? What do your GPA got to do with any of this? Just we see all the time where people are book smart, but they have no street smarts whatsoever, or um, people who have maybe a high IQ or who are just really really smart. that don't mean you have situational awareness, or people who are like excel in the maths and sciences sometimes lack empathy, which I'm not saying all people, but normally like very science based logical people, they don't, they, I just notice sometimes they lack empathy. Your GPA has nothing to do with this. Having just fucking common sense and seeing that this famous celebrity who is needing money from you, this famous wealthy celebrity who could ask, who could make, I just, I can't get it out. But okay, so the GPA or the logical, even the GPA. Maybe my GPA was low, but I am a very logical person. So the GPA and the logic don't even go together. But as a logical person, nothing about this made logical sense. That's number one. Number two, what I was gonna say. So back to the beginning when she was saying she loves wisdom and she's so deep and she likes thinking for herself and she's a meditator and she likes grounding. The spiritual, I feel like right now with social media, everything is trending. So as far as spirituality and being deep and grounded and yoga, that shit really be for an aesthetic, because when you go deep within yourself and when you go and ground, it's a dark fucking place. It is literally a deep dark, girl. I've been gone from social media. I've been gone. Y'all ain't seen me in years because I've been deep in a dark fucking hole, getting my life together and working on me. And it is not cutesy and pretty and just all about turbans and flowy skirts and beaded bracelets and shit. It, that's the cute part of it. Sure, great, but when you go deep within yourself and you get to ground and you get grounded and you find out who you are, you don't fall for the okey doke, this bullshit. You simply don't. And beyond that, when you get deep within yourself and you know you, child, you know how you think and learn, and you know without a shadow of a doubt, I'm a little special. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Um, okay. Not everybody learns or understands at the same level. You know how they say everybody's sense ain't common or whatever. All common ain't sense or whatever they be saying. With that being said, everybody does not learn the same way. Everybody doesn't teach the same way. Everybody doesn't understand things the same way. With that being said, it is okay to say and know that not everybody has the same GPA or IPA or IQ or whatever, right? We are not all super smart mega geniuses. It's okay to be a little slow. I don't know how to say it because y'all don't like the truth. Y'all don't like people. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be super smart, mega, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, just be honest with yourself, babe. It's okay. It's okay. You got a huge GPA, but you got to take a little extra time to understand certain things, and that's fine. And it's fine. And I'm gonna say it because I'm not the same way, because I'm not slow. I'm medium. Okay. With that, with that understanding, and with me knowing that I'm medium, I know that sometimes I have to sit down. You can't just tell me something and I'm like, oh, okay. With the honky dory, no, babes. I know I'm medium. So give me this and I'm gonna sit down with this information for a minute and process it and go over it, and then I'll come back with the answer. But to say, like, girl, no, 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 no. Yeah. No, I'm slow. I know I'm special. I know I need extra time to process this information. And that's the bottom line. Um, Also, so the spirituality, yeah, I talked about that. Like, everybody is so, oh, he's so spiritual, and oh, we're all spiritual beings having a human experience. And also, like, even if, like I was saying, like, you don't stop over pouring, like, stop over giving. She giving this man $5,000. She probably type fucking around, give her password and shit to the man. You over giving, sending, that don't even make sense. But okay, Miss Logical, you sending thousands of dollars to a wealthy man who has not seen you. This man ain't even DoorDashed you a cheeseburger. Why? Why would you want to be with this person? And then like when she was saying that it was draining her, that's all. That's it, and I'm gone. Anything that's draining you and is wearing you down and is bogging you down, leave. I don't give a fuck if it's a job, shit, a child. Anything that's not any person that's not pouring into, especially like with dating, if your partner is not pouring into you and making you better, leave. There's no need or reason to stay. Because it's Kevin Gates. Girl, bye. Tell me something. She not there for his because he rich. What are you here for then? What? Oh, and then also I want to talk about like, so she was saying, okay, she wasn't with him because of the fame and the status and the money. Clearly it wasn't because of the money, because child. But I thought it was kind of scary when she was saying that he was being emotionally abusive, and then he was being really demanding to the point where she was pushing her rent payments back, asking her landlord to push the rent payment back, and she was sending her check stubs to him. And this, she was doing all this to a person she was not able to physically touch, somebody that she wasn't, who wasn't even calling her every morning with whispering that sweet shit in her ear. Like, you were doing all this literally to a phantom. Imagine what it would be like if she needs a physical person physically be there, and then is also emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever, manipulating her. That part was just super scary to me, because it's like, child, you doing all this for somebody you can't see, feel, touch. Imagine what it'd be like if a fine man come into your life and do all this same stuff. So Little Miss Spiritual, I would suggest, um for all you spiritual girlies out there who, oh, I'm so spiritual and I'm evolving and I'm doing all the things and I'm astral projecting and I'm yoga meditating and I'm doing all this and doing all that. Okay, well, when you done doing all that, take a long freaking look in the mirror, sit down in the darkness, do some shadow work, so that you can better understand why the fuck would I be pushing my rent payment back to sending Kevin Gates. What made me do that? What problems, what eternal problems do I have that would make me think, with all my logic and my high GPA, that that was okay? I think that's the only thing I really wanted to go over. Yes. Thanks for stopping by. Go ahead and subscribe, because I'm finna come. I'm gonna push a couple more of these out and talk some more shit about more crazy stuff that I witnessed.